Evil Hamas is down in the dumps and paying for its sins. Backed by small numbers of fighters from other groups such as Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Hamas murdered some 1,200 people in Israel and wounded more than 4,200. They also kidnapped over 200 people from 22 countries, including children as young as 10 months old. And since then, the Israeli military has gone all out to isolate Hamas and destroy its leadership as a strategy to free the hostages and erase the Hamas threat. The plan is comprehensive, integrating military, diplomatic, and psychological pressure to secure Israel's goals. Now, Israel has announced a plan to retake Gaza City in another escalation of the war. Here's all you need to know. Israel has announced its intention to seize Gaza City, marking a further intensification of its ongoing 22-month conflict with Hamas. This resolution, reached during a late-night meeting among key officials, comes in the face of increasing global demands to halt the fighting and widespread protests from many within Israel, who are concerned for the hostages still held by Hamas. The ongoing air and ground offensive by Israel has already resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands in Gaza, displacing a vast majority of its inhabitants, ravaging extensive areas, and seemingly driving the region towards famine conditions. A new, significant ground assault would almost certainly worsen the already dire humanitarian situation. Earlier, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had articulated broader ambitions in a Fox News interview, asserting that Israel aimed to gain control over all of Gaza. Currently, Israel occupies approximately 3/4 of the heavily damaged territory. The ultimate decision, however, did not extend that far, and may be partially intended to pressure Hamas into agreeing to a ceasefire under Israel's conditions. This could also signify the concerns of Israel's chief military officer, who allegedly cautioned that such actions might jeopardize the safety of the approximately 20 surviving hostages held by Hamas and place additional pressure on Israel's armed forces after almost 2 years of ongoing regional conflicts. In a statement, Netanyahu's office said the military will prepare to take control of Gaza City while providing humanitarian aid to the civilian population outside the combat zones. Israel has consistently targeted Gaza City with airstrikes and conducted numerous ground raids, returning to various neighborhoods time and again as militants reorganized. Currently, it remains one of the few regions in Gaza that hasn't been designated as an Israeli buffer zone or subjected to evacuation orders. A significant ground assault in this area could lead to the displacement of tens of thousands and exacerbate the challenges of delivering food to the already starving population. The exact number of residents in the city is uncertain, but it was the largest in Gaza prior to the conflict. In the initial weeks of the war, hundreds of thousands evacuated Gaza City due to orders, yet many returned during a ceasefire that took place at the beginning of this year. The Palestinians were bracing themselves for further hardship in light of Israel's impending decision. For some Palestinians, there is nothing left to occupy. There is no Gaza left. Israel's combat operations in Gaza have spotlighted its frighteningly effective military machine. Although it has never acknowledged them, Israel is thought to possess many nuclear warheads. IDF boasts a vast array of fighters, tanks, artillery, missiles, helicopters, and drones, in addition to armored personnel carriers. Since 2011, Israel has relied heavily on its multi-billion-dollar Iron Dome missile defense system to intercept and destroy short-range rockets. The IDF also has several dozen surface vessels, including around 15 warships and 5 Dolphin-class submarines. Heron, Hermes, and Skylark are among the formidable unmanned aerial vehicles in the IDF's inventory. Israel is believed to have missiles and aircraft that would be capable of carrying nuclear weapons.